In this video, we will explore the 10 biggest mistakes people make when buying coffee and how they can affect your health, even your life. We've ranked these mistakes by their level of danger, so be sure to watch until the end to discover the most critical one and learn which coffee you should avoid and which ones will provide you with benefits and enjoyment. Number 10, always check the coffee's country of origin. Never purchase coffee without knowing its country of origin. Each sip of coffee is an exploration of a unique world where nature, climate, and tradition blend to create distinct flavors. When the packaging lacks information about the bean's origins, you're not just buying a beverage, you're buying uncertainty. The absence of details regarding how and where the coffee was cultivated raises significant concerns and can conceal dangers that might jeopardize your health. Coffee sourced from unreliable origins is often produced without adhering to environmental standards. A study by the National Laboratory of Agricultural Research in the U.S. revealed that 22% of such coffee products might contain hazardous levels of heavy metals, including cadmium and lead. These metals can accumulate in the body, leading to severe health issues. For instance, lead exposure can result in cognitive impairments, particularly in children, while elevated blood lead levels can cause neurological problems in adults. A case from 2019 highlights this danger. Jessica Harris, a 38-year-old woman from Chicago, frequently consumed coffee from unknown sources. After years of this habit, she experienced chronic fatigue and joint pain. Medical tests revealed high lead levels in her blood, necessitating extensive treatment and detoxification. Moreover, a lack of origin information can also indicate potential issues in bean processing. Poor fermentation or drying methods in unsanitary conditions can foster mold growth and mycotoxins, leading to symptoms like nausea, headaches, and even liver damage. To safeguard your health, always select coffee with transparent information about its region or specific plantation, such as beans from Ethiopia, Colombia, or Costa Rica, countries renowned for their stringent production standards. Look for certifications like Rainforest Alliance or Fair Trade, which ensure sustainable and safe coffee practices. If the packaging lacks this crucial information, it's wise to avoid that coffee and enjoy a safer, high-quality cup instead. Number 9, avoid cheap coffee. Never purchase coffee that is excessively cheap. When the price seems too good to be true, it often conceals a concerning backstory. To reduce costs, manufacturers frequently resort to using low-quality beans that fail to meet proper inspection standards. These beans may be older than indicated on the packaging or contaminated with mold and mycotoxins, leading to serious health risks. Inexpensive coffee often contains not only subpar beans, but also various fillers. Research from the American Institute of Food Quality has shown that up to 28% of cheap coffee samples included additives such as cornmeal, soy fibers, or even ground husks. These fillers not only compromise the flavor of your beverage, but can also trigger allergic reactions, stomach irritation, and chronic digestive issues. Another hidden risk associated with cheap coffee is the presence of pesticide residues. These toxic chemicals can linger on the beans after harvesting and do not break down during the roasting process, ultimately ending up in your brewed coffee. Doctors at a Miami clinic recounted the case of a patient who experienced frequent migraines and muscle weakness. It was discovered that he was consuming cheap coffee daily, which contained pesticide residues. His symptoms only resolved after he eliminated this type of coffee from his diet. Counterfeit blends are also prevalent in the cheap coffee market. Instead of 100% Arabica, you might find a mix that includes low-quality Robusta or leftover beans from previous harvests. This type of coffee often has a harsh taste and higher caffeine content, which can lead to tachycardia, irritability, and insomnia. To ensure quality, always choose coffee from reputable suppliers. Look for packaging that clearly states the bean variety, origin, and roast date. When purchasing whole beans, examine their appearance. High-quality beans should be uniform, free of chips or cracks, and emit a pleasant aroma rather than a chemical scent. Sometimes it's worth spending a little extra for a coffee that is not only enjoyable, but also safe for your health. Number 8, avoid open packaging or coffee sold by weight. Never buy coffee that is sold in open packaging or by weight. Coffee is a product that requires meticulous handling at every stage, from cultivation to brewing. When it's sold in open containers, this care is often neglected, leaving the beans exposed to various external factors. Even if the aroma from market sacks is enticing, don't be deceived. In such conditions, coffee becomes susceptible to moisture, dust, and microbes that can silently compromise its quality. Air is coffee's worst enemy. When beans are exposed to oxygen, their natural oils oxidize, resulting in compounds that not only spoil the flavor, but can also become toxic. Research by the American Association of Analytical Chemists found that over 40% of open coffee sold by weight contains traces of oxidized fats, which can trigger inflammation and elevate the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Additionally, open packaging allows coffee to absorb moisture, particularly in high humidity areas, creating an ideal environment for mold growth, which poses serious health risks. Doctors at a San Francisco clinic reported a case involving a man who regularly purchased coffee by weight and began suffering from severe headaches and skin rashes. Tests revealed mycotoxins in his blood due to consuming contaminated coffee, leading to a recovery period of 3 months. Moreover, coffee sold in open sacks is often contaminated with fine dust particles, insects, or chemical residues from disinfecting storage areas. These contaminants can result in food poisoning and allergic reactions. When selecting coffee, prioritize packaging. Reputable producers ensure airtight sealing, whether through vacuum packaging or sturdy foil. If you prefer buying coffee by weight, verify that the store maintains strict storage standards. Beans should be kept in tightly sealed containers, shielded from light and air. Alternatively, opt for whole bean coffee in factory packaging to guarantee freshness and safeguard your health. Number 7. Avoid pre-ground coffee with long shelf life. Never buy pre-ground coffee that boasts a long shelf life. Ground coffee is a fragile product that loses its freshness and aroma within days. However, store shelves are often filled with packages claiming expiration dates that extend for months or even years. What allows for such lengthy storage? The answer is unsettling: chemical preservatives, oxidized oils, and diminished beneficial properties. Once coffee beans are ground, they immediately begin to interact with air. The natural oils oxidize, forming compounds that can be harmful to your health. Research by the American Institute of Food Technology indicates that over 50% of ground coffee stored for more than 3 months contains elevated levels of free radicals. These compounds significantly contribute to inflammation and accelerate cell aging. Moreover, extended shelf life is frequently achieved by adding synthetic preservatives that enhance the product's appearance but compromise its quality. For instance, propionic acid, commonly used in these cases, can irritate the stomach lining and provoke allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. Gastroenterologists at a clinic in Los Angeles reported a case of a woman who consumed 3 cups of expired ground coffee daily. She experienced chronic stomach pain, and examinations revealed gastric inflammation caused by the chemical compounds in her coffee. It's particularly crucial to avoid ground coffee packaged in transparent bags. Light accelerates the breakdown of aromatic compounds, rendering the coffee virtually flavorless and devoid of benefits. Such coffee often tastes flat and bitter instead of enjoyable. For a healthier and more satisfying coffee experience, choose whole beans and grind them yourself. This ensures fresh flavor and protects you from the adverse effects of oxidized oils and preservatives. Store your beans in airtight containers away from light and moisture to maintain their quality and aroma. Your coffee should be fresh, turning every cup into a source of pleasure rather than concern. Number 6. Avoid instant coffee with added sugar or cream. Never buy instant coffee that contains added sugar or cream. While instant coffee offers convenience and speed, adding these ingredients turns it into a health risk. Manufacturers often enhance the taste of these mixes with harmful additives disguised as sweet flavor and creamy texture. In fact, sugar can make up to 50% of instant coffee products. This excessive sugar intake can burden the body, especially if you consume multiple cups daily. Studies from the American Dietetic Association link high sugar consumption to an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases and type 2 diabetes. For instance, Consuming 20 grams of sugar daily in your coffee can elevate the risk of obesity by 35%. The cream in these products is rarely natural. It typically consists of a blend of vegetable oils, hydrogenated fats, and emulsifiers. These ingredients often contain trans fats, which have detrimental health effects. Trans fats raise levels of bad cholesterol, contribute to plaque buildup in arteries, and increase the risk of heart attacks by 25%, according to research from the Harvard School of Public Health. A case from Denver involved 45-year-old Jonathan Miller, who sought medical help for chronic fatigue and chest pain. He consumed 4 to 5 cups of instant coffee with sugar and cream daily. Tests revealed high triglyceride levels and early-stage atherosclerosis, with doctors identifying his coffee habit as the cause. Jonathan had to completely overhaul his routine to restore his health. To avoid these health issues, choose pure instant coffee without additives and customize the flavor to your liking. Instead of sugar, consider using a small amount of honey or cinnamon. For cream, opt for natural milk or plant-based alternatives like almond or oat milk. This way you can enjoy your coffee without harmful consequences while maintaining both taste and health. Number 5. Avoid roasted coffee with an oily sheen. Never buy roasted coffee that has an oily sheen. At first glance, shiny coffee beans may appear to signify freshness and high quality. However, this deceptive appearance often indicates a serious issue: poorly processed or over-roasted coffee. The oily sheen on the beans suggests that natural oils have risen to the surface, usually due to excessive heat during roasting or prolonged storage afterward. Intense roasting causes the oils to break down and oxidize, forming compounds that can be harmful to health. A study by the American Institute of Food Science found that 30% of coffee beans with a pronounced oily sheen contained oxidized lipids. These compounds can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, promote inflammation, and damage liver cells. Moreover, such beans often lose their natural antioxidants, beneficial substances that help the body combat harmful free radicals. Instead of providing health benefits, you end up consuming a product that exacerbates negative processes in the body. An oily sheen can also indicate that the beans are old and have been reprocessed to mask their loss of flavor. Medical cases illustrate the potential health risks associated with regularly consuming over-roasted coffee. For instance, a 50-year-old man from New York sought medical help for persistent heartburn and stomach discomfort. After thorough analysis, doctors identified his habit of drinking coffee made from over-roasted beans with oxidized oils as the cause of his issues. To avoid these problems, choose beans with a matte surface and a rich, smooth aroma, which indicate proper roasting and freshness. Pay attention to packaging as well. High-quality coffee is always sealed in airtight bags with a valve to preserve freshness and protect against oxygen. A well-chosen coffee can enhance your health rather than compromise it. Number 4. Avoid coffee in plastic capsules. Never buy coffee in plastic capsules. While they may seem appealing, compact, convenient, and perfectly portioned, these capsules can pose serious health risks. When hot water passes through a plastic capsule, heat can cause harmful chemical compounds to leach into your coffee. Research from the American Chemical Society reveals that 45% of plastic capsules contain traces of bisphenol A, BPA, and phthalates. These substances act as endocrine disruptors, interfering with the hormonal system. Regularly consuming coffee made with such capsules has been linked to thyroid dysfunction, infertility, and an increased risk of certain cancers. Additionally, there's the environmental impact to consider. Plastic capsules are rarely recycled, leading to millions of tons ending up in landfills each year, where they release toxic substances into the soil and water. This contributes to global health issues, including heavy metal poisoning and exposure to hazardous waste. A clinical case from a Boston clinic illustrates these risks. Emily Jackson, a 38-year-old woman, suffered from persistent migraines and hormonal imbalances, but couldn't identify the cause. After doctors examined her habits, they discovered she was drinking coffee from plastic capsules daily. Once she switched to alternative brewing methods, her condition significantly improved. To protect your health and the planet, choose whole bean coffee brewed with a machine that uses a metal filter or a French press. These methods preserve the flavor of your coffee while safeguarding you from harmful chemicals. Eco-friendly options, such as capsules made from recyclable materials, allow you to enjoy your coffee without compromising your health or harming the environment. Number 3, avoid coffee with artificial flavoring. Never buy coffee with artificial flavoring. While coffee flavored with vanilla, caramel, or hazelnut may sound tempting, these enticing names often conceal deceptive chemistry that can turn your morning pick-me-up into a health hazard. Artificial flavorings are rarely natural. They consist of complex chemical compounds, many of which are synthetic replicas of natural ingredients. Most flavorings contain propylene glycol, a substance used to stabilize aromas. The American Toxicology Association reports that regular consumption of products containing this compound can irritate mucous membranes, trigger allergic reactions, and even impair liver function. Additionally, flavored coffee is often loaded with other additives like sugars and oils, increasing its calorie count and placing extra stress on your body. A case reported by doctors in Seattle involved a 34-year-old woman named Jennifer who suffered from chronic skin rashes and breathing problems. Tests revealed an allergic reaction to one of the chemical components in her favorite caramel coffee. After eliminating flavored coffee from her diet, her symptoms disappeared, though it took several months of treatment to fully restore her health. These products also often mask poor quality beans. Instead of savoring the natural taste of high-quality coffee, you're consuming a beverage whose flavor is entirely manufactured in a lab. Natural coffee oils are replaced with artificial additives, resulting in a taste far from authentic. For a healthier and more enjoyable experience, choose natural beans without additives. Experiment with spices like cinnamon or cardamom, or add a drop of natural vanilla extract to your brewed coffee. This way, you can enjoy rich flavors without harmful chemicals, preserving your health and delighting in every sip. Number 2, avoid coffee with chemically treated beans. Never buy coffee with chemically treated beans. Like any natural product, coffee deserves careful cultivation and processing. However, when profit-driven manufacturers take shortcuts, coffee beans can become a chemical experiment. To expedite production or protect crops from pests, beans are often treated with pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. As a result, instead of enjoying the aroma of fresh coffee, you may be consuming a cocktail of chemicals that can harm your health. The American Agricultural Research Council analyzed coffee beans imported from regions with low quality control standards and found that over 20% of samples contain traces of chlorpyrifos, a pesticide linked to neurological disorders, particularly in children. Prolonged consumption of such coffee can lead to toxin buildup in the body, resulting in chronic fatigue, reduced cognitive function, and hormonal imbalances. Moreover, some beans undergo chemical treatments to enhance their appearance or extend shelf life. This type of coffee may contain residues of methanol and ethylene glycol, substances used for disinfection and mold removal. Research from Iowa State University indicates that regular exposure to these chemicals increases the risk of liver and kidney diseases by 15%. A medical case from San Diego highlights these dangers. Michael Stanley, a 42-year-old man, sought medical help for chronic headaches, impaired vision, and extreme fatigue. Detailed testing revealed that his issues were linked to high levels of toxic substances he regularly consumed through his favorite coffee. Michael had to completely eliminate chemically treated beans from his diet, and it took months for his health to improve. To ensure your coffee is pure and safe, choose beans grown on plantations that follow environmentally friendly practices. Look for certifications like Organic or Rainforest Alliance, which guarantee that the beans are cultivated without harmful chemicals. Your coffee should be a true delight for both your body and soul. Number 1, avoid coffee that contains mold. Never buy coffee that contains mold. Mold on coffee beans is a silent and invisible enemy that can turn your favorite drink into a serious health hazard. When coffee beans are stored or processed in high humidity conditions, mold can develop, releasing mycotoxins, harmful compounds that accumulate in the body and may lead to severe illnesses. Mycotoxins can damage the liver and kidneys while also weakening the immune system. Research by the American Society of Agricultural Sciences found that 25% of coffee samples from countries with poor storage standards contain dangerous levels of aflatoxins and ochratoxin A. These compounds have a carcinogenic effect, increasing the risk of liver cancer by 30%. Prolonged consumption of moldy coffee can result in chronic fatigue, weakness, and cognitive impairments, making it especially dangerous for individuals with weakened immune systems. A case shared by doctors at a clinic in Chicago involved a 50-year-old patient named Richard, who suffered from constant nausea and stomach pain. After extensive testing, it was discovered that his issues were linked to coffee purchased at a discount sale. Lab tests revealed high levels of mycotoxins in the beans. Richard underwent a detoxification program and switched to coffee from reputable brands, ultimately recovering his health. Avoiding coffee-related health issues is straightforward if you focus on the quality and origin of the beans. Purchase coffee packaged in airtight bags to protect against moisture. Opt for products with quality certifications that guarantee testing for mycotoxins. If buying coffee by weight, ensure the store maintains proper sanitation standards and that the beans are fresh and dry. Every cup of coffee should not only taste good, but also be safe for your health.